This episode was peculiar for a multitude of fucking reasons, right? First of all, I already knew Jura was gonna be on some bullshit from last episode. And by the way, I know you guys are gonna be like, bro, what happened to last week's episode? It's literally in my Premiere Pro. I wasn't proud of what I recorded because I was still coming off of feeling really ill and really weird. So you guys already know how that went. Just know I was working on it. I'm not gonna release bullshit to y'all. That's just something that I hold dear to myself. I'm not gonna give out something that I wouldn't watch. Last week's episode, I'm definitely not going to put out. I had a thumbnail made for it and everything. You're gonna be seeing it all on screen just to let y'all know that I was not bullshitting. But yeah, I already knew Jura was gonna be on some bullshit and I knew Turk was in on this shit. I was initially leaning towards Turk. I was like, all right, Turk probably gonna be the bad guy. But after we seen the evilest mark on Jura's ear, I was just like, okay, he's in on it. And then the whole time I'm watching the fight, right? I was so glad that Ryu and Bell teamed up, right? I've been waiting on this for a long time, and just to see the pain in Ryu's face, hearing Jura spread all this bullshit, say all this nonsense, now she was reminded of exactly what happened to her familiar and like everybody that she cared about, you know what I mean? This disaster was insane, right? The prelude to disaster, I should say, was insane. But I loved the fight scenes, the choreography between Bell and Ryu was fucking awesome. This was some of the best like animation we've seen in a while, just specifically based on the snake alone, right? The way the snake was animating in and out of the fight, in and out of the holes and spinning around and shit like that. I thought that shit was relatively fucking amazing. Cassandra was right. Cassandra was like, yo, what? This doesn't make any sense. What did I overlook? What happened? What did I miss? Disaster was supposed to happen and the disaster ended up coming. Everything seemed too like odd. And I noticed that, like when Jura, let's just jump into this because there's some shit that I want to talk about. Like seeing Jura reveal his hand, right? Like I'm thinking this is the final boss battle, right? I'm like, this has to be it. And then Jura reveals his hand and I'm like, no, bro, you just literally told us how to stop you. This can't be it. But this was all a setup. The entire thing was a setup. So at some point I felt like they were gonna fall through the floor. That was something that popped up in my head. I'm like, all right, they're gonna probably fall to the lower floor and some bullshit's gonna happen. But what the fuck is this creature that was summoned? What is that? He said, what, despair? I've never seen Ryu this panicked, bro. That was the shit that like really fucked me up. So like, is despair a monster or is despair what he was hoping to accomplish, right? Because we see that the title for the next episode is The Destroyer, right? Juggernaut. I'm genuinely fucking curious as to like what the fuck this all entails. Let's like deviate to a couple of key moments, right? One was the reveal of Jura being like, you know, the mastermind behind this whole thing. Figuring out that Ryu like wasn't the one that murdered the dude. And we talked about this in previous videos. I'm like, there's no way that it was Ryu. I can't bring myself to believe that Ryu was the one that murdered the guy in there. And she even came out and said, no, I was not, right? And that cleared things up for Bell. Bell already knew what to do after that. But then Bell figuring out that Jura was like doing all of this dastardly shit. He even pointed out, you know, all the wounds and shit, saying these are old wounds. These aren't fucking new. And then Jura just spills all the beans talking about, yup, we conceptualized this the moment you started chasing me. I got Turk and all his boys into the bullshit. Now you're done. He thought that that snake monster was gonna be able to handle the team comp of Ryu and Bell. But I'm sorry, they just too lit. That shit was fire. I really like that because even in the reveal of Jura being the big bad villain of this isn't even it. We're going into something even crazier, but we'll save that for later. And then like the big bang, right? The super big bang. That's what I called it. The fucking destruction of the floor. They lit all of those rocks, bro, and blew a fucking hole in the floor just to cause so much damage to summon whatever despair is, right? It's crazy that Jura had this big ass fucking plot going on. He did all of this, right? He did all of this just to see Ryu in despair. And I know I'm gonna reiterate what I said earlier, but I've never, right? I've never in the history of watching DanMachi, right? We've been watching this shit for 4 seasons now. I've never seen Ryu look like this. Ryu's always been calm, composed, beautiful. Like, her being in despair doesn't change the fact that she's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? That's a gorgeous woman. But I've never seen this. It was all new to me. I couldn't believe it. And the first thing she did was tell Belle to leave because she did not want him to have to deal with this. But come on, man. You think, look, Belle is not going to escape. I don't even know if she knows that the rest of the crew is here. Belle not gonna leave you down there by yourself, baby. Come on, man. I wouldn't leave you down there. So if I wouldn't leave you down there, Belle for surely wouldn't leave you down there. So I don't know, man. And the fact that our crew fucking handled the other snake, our crew did that. We kept our composure, got us to an area where we could handle it, and we handled it. And fucking Aisha, like, clear cutting its head off. I was like, God damn, she's strong as hell. That shit was raw. I loved it. I loved this episode and like what the fuck it means for the rest of the season. Kudos to the fucking animation studio. I'm so glad that Omori is overseeing this whole shit because it's making this season feel so fleshed out. It's making the show feel so fleshed out. It's making me appreciate DanMachi that much more, and it's fucking awesome. But yeah, cause I like how every episode so far has just been her dream, or her vision, I should say, of the future. It's seemingly coming true, right? Cause she was like, no, this doesn't make sense. I thought that bringing everybody up here to this floor, like keeping everybody up here on this floor, means that everybody was gonna be like, okay. And bro, it's just seeming like that first vision that we saw with everybody being fucked up and almost dead, and Belle and, you know, Ryu fighting that monster. Speaking of that shit, hold up.
346 minutes later.
Now that I think about it, we pretty much already fucking saw the creature in episode 7. Oh shit. I had to go back and peep real quick because I was just like, all right, what the fuck is going on, man? Don't know what it fully looks like. Maybe it might not even be that, right? That might not even be the creature that we're actually gonna see. Oh god. Jura is a piece of shit. I don't even know if we're gonna get to kill Jura, right? Is he gonna get away? I hope he's either killed in the crossfire of fighting this fucking monster, or, you know, he's arrested. But that remains to be seen. Make sure y'all let me know what y'all thought about this episode down below. All your comments are much appreciated, especially the light novel readers, because you guys are able to, like, you know, capitulate things that weren't put in the episode that was from the light novel. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that information is super dope because it adds more insight to what we're watching. And that's the type of shit that I love. That's what I enjoy most about doing these videos, because as somebody who is specifically an anime only with a lot of the shit that I watch, it's always cool having insight because it makes me appreciate what I'm watching that much more, and it makes me appreciate you guys ever so much more as well. So leave a like if you enjoy, subscribe if you're new. I appreciate you guys for coming and checking me out per usual. Y'all know where to find me on Twitter at DanMachi with the X's on each side. TikTok, DanMachi TV, Twitch, DanMachi TV, which is where I be most of my time. Anyway, y'all can come over there and hang out as we do like anime stuff and play video games, and I color in my panels for Gachiakuta, which you guys seem to enjoy as well. I love that. And with that being said, it's your boy, DanMachi, and I will catch you guys in the next video.